About that Suki situation with the
with YK Osiris.
yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you, right?
Bugging.
He was bugging. But she
Wait.
bugged out
Don't
shit
say that part
too.
yet. Hold on. Just all right. He was bugging. Don't say that part yet. Hold on. How y'all feel about the situation?
He was bugging.
Oh,
Yeah.
and I seen the whole video too.
Yeah.
I did too.
I'm about to say that. Yeah,
So
I
he
seen
was
the whole
bugging?
video.
You feel like he was bugging?
Yeah.
Did you watch the entire clip that I sent to the chat when I said,
Yeah, I watched
here's
the
more
video.
backstory? More context is what I
And they
said.
was
Here's
flirting.
more
And they was
context.
standing there flirting and shit.
He
and
didn't-
And the nigga Duval said some shit like,
he
yo,
didn't
yeah,
sexually
like,
harass her
like,
at
yo,
all.
yo, like, yo, land one. They
Yeah,
was sitting
Duval
there
joke
talking and
was,
shit.
he said, yo, you just kissed where I just watched nut at on video. He's like, and you kissing on it because, she be doing the porn and shit.
Yeah.
But he didn't sexually harass shorty. They was fucking with each other, sitting there flirting and shit. You feel me? He was doing that because it's a longer clip out. All right? And then he did that shit, and they just took that one part when she did like this, all right, and just looked, and they was like, oh, ran with the shit. And she ran with the shit too. But there's a whole 3 minute, but there's a 3-minute video out that shows something completely different.
So
And it's not like she wasn't
why did
sitting
the
there
internet make it
quiet.
such a big deal? And why did they make it such a big deal?
I mean,
It happens
she
all
gonna
the
make
time,
it,
though.
She gonna make it a big deal because it's the victim strategy. Obviously,
Yeah.
I'm around the victim.
The internet
Because
makes
it's gonna
everything
take
a
me-
big deal. We're not gonna act like that don't happen. The
He
internet
gonna-
will
I'ma
take some
take
shit
that
that
way.
don't
He
even.
gonna apologize because
That's his image. That
that
niggas
his
is trying
image
to
is at
tarnish.
stake. So
Yeah.
that's just the smartest thing to do. I could fight it back, but then I'm gonna even look worse than what I look now. So I'm gonna put a public apology
And
out anyway.
she wasn't the person that initially came out and said that he sexually assaulted her. Everybody, it was niggas on the internet
That seen the
took
clip.
this shit and said, oh, this is what's going on. And then Amber Rose was the first celebrity to speak on it. She put a whole Instagram caption up, you feel me, talking about the shit. And then that's when everybody else started attacking him. You feel me? And then he publicly apologized, and Suki said that he privately apologized too.
Yeah,
but then
and
she
that's
put
why
out her
she-
statement.
and she was so quick to accept that apology.
Yeah, she said, yo, I accept the apology. We talked in private. Yo, I don't hold nothing against him, but I'm also not saying that sexual harassment is. If you really read through it, she wasn't attacking him. She was like, yo, sexual harassment is a real thing, but I forgive him. You feel me? But if you watch the whole clip, they was sitting there flirting with each other, playing with each other, and all that shit.
I'm not saying that he should have did that.
Yeah,
He's
I'm not
definitely-
excusing that
he's
at all.
Definitely a dummy.
Yeah, but
I'm
there's
just
more
saying that
context to it.
It ain't like the nigga he ain't just do it like.
Yeah, they made it seem like he just
Flirting
randomly
doesn't
walked
warrant
up on her.
Somebody
Yeah,
sticking
but
their
now,
tongue in my
hold
mouth,
on now.
though.
It depends on how flirtatious they are.
That's a fact.
Cause you don't know what she could have been telling that nigga like, yeah, I love when you sing Worth It, X1Z, slob on your knob type shit. She could have been saying whatever type of goofy shit to that nigga there. And she probably gassed the hell out of it. We don't know what the fuck was that. You know what I'm saying?
They
So
honestly
I don't know what.
Yeah, they was whispering back and forth in each other's ear, and they both was like laughing and smiling. You feel me? So nobody know what the fuck they got said. And then like how they saying, yo, it's 3 niggas that sat right there next to her while that shit happened. Nobody did anything. Who's to say that they didn't hear what was going on, and it sounded like it was nothing? You feel me? Because all 3 of them sitting there right there the whole time. So who's to say the fact that they in the moment that they didn't see the whole thing happen and felt like it was nothing they need to intervene in? You feel me? Like I'm not saying that I'm not excusing him, but I'm saying like there's people around, so this can also be a flip side to where it's like, yo, I didn't feel like I had to step in because I ain't see nothing wrong. You feel me? That's like when you see a nigga arguing with his shorty. You like, they just arguing. As opposed to you see a nigga arguing with his shorty, and next thing you know, this nigga slapped the shit out this bitch. You feel me? There's a different reaction, especially when a nigga not expecting it. Like, but then you also had niggas that see niggas do some crazy shit. And
But they niggas
sit
that
there,
feel like
nothing
they
happened.
can do whatever they
Shorty
want to
did
do.
some crazy.
Nah, I'm not
shit.
saying that neither.
She didn't expose the nigga dick, like ran down on the nigga, pulled his pants down. That's crazy.
YK?
No, I'm talking about Suki.
Oh, who pants she pulled down? YK?
Some random nigga.
Oh, random guy.
Some random nigga just ran down on this nigga from behind and just boom, shit.
That was Drewski.
Huh?
That was Drewski.
That she did that too?
Yeah. That was Drewski. He was on stage. He was on stage doing his comedy shit. You feel me? He had brought her out. He was talking to the crowd and shit. She ran up behind. First she ran up behind him and act like, Before she pants him, she ran up behind the nigga and acted like she was eating his ass. He didn't even know, though. She was behind the nigga like this, behind his
How
eyes.
you know he ain't tell her to say that, do that?
All right,
But
so
how
why
do
she
you
twerking
know-
on little
Cause
kids
he
too?
on tour.
I mean, you twerking on little
But
kids
you
too.
don't-
That shit ain't good.
You don't know.
That ain't necessary.
First of all,
Exactly.
you don't know the situation
saying. I'm
behind
just
any
saying.
of these situations. You don't know what really happened
The
with
thing
any of
about
these
it is-
situations.
We
So,
don't.
This
Just
is-
like
this-
you
but
don't.
why you didn't
No.
ask that question for the other situation? Why you only wait till now it's her to ask that question?
No, I was just saying, what if he told her to do that? I'm not defending her. I'm just saying, what if he told her to do
On
that?
stage. Yeah.
Okay, but then come out and say that because now it's going around like, okay,
But
well,
she
you
got
did
a
this.
song about eating a nigga's ass.
So that makes it cool.
That don't make it cool.
No, I'm not
What I'm
saying
saying
that.
Because
is-
YK Osiris has
what I'm
songs
saying
about
is-
singing to women and doing the
Nah,
shit.
I'm not saying that makes it cool.
What I'm
just
saying is, like, the thing
But when
about
you
it
say it
is,
like that, it sound like that.
the thing about it is, we gonna Yo, I see the Lord, yo, bro. I swear to God, I see the Lord know the episode on this shit, son. It was so crazy, right? It was this girl. She did. This was an old ass Law and Order episode too. It was a girl like she used to do like that rape type porn, like that super aggressive BDSM type
Oh,
porn
yeah.
and shit
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
Seen that.
That episode and them niggas raped her in the bathroom and shit. They raped her in the bathroom at a party and shit. And they play was like, yo, nah, we ain't rape her. Like, she liked this shit. Like, she liked this shit. This is what she do.
That was
This was
her
her
kink?
this was her profession.
Yeah.
This was her profession. And she in court like, nah. And them niggas, shit,
Got
boy.
away
Did
with
they,
that
huh?
shit.
Huh?
They got away with that
Hell
shit.
yeah, they got away with that shit.
What the fuck?
The
But that's-
hypersexualized, like, especially this was done too. You feel what I'm saying? But now it's like a crutch in a sense. You understand what I'm saying? It's like a crutch. You know what I mean?
It's a double-edged sword.
That's what I'm about to say. See, when people say that we not equal, we just not equal in the same things as men and female. But everybody got their crutches. You understand what I'm saying? Like in this time, a female could use hypersexualization to advantage in this point in time. You understand what I'm saying? Like a man could use like force or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a play and shit like that. That's why I say that he's dumb because you always gotta read the room. You know what I'm saying? Even if that's what y'all was gonna do and that's what y'all was gonna, that wasn't the time to
Yeah,
even
at
do
all.
that. You understand what I'm saying? Even if you
Yeah.
shot your shot and that's what, and you was gonna get, that wasn't even at
It's a
that
time and
event.
place for everything.
At that open event with massive amount of people, that wasn't even the time to just do that. You understand what I'm saying?
Y'all at a basketball game, you sucking out on her neck like,
Yeah,
Doing
that
too
wasn't.
much.
Yeah, that wasn't the time to do that. So
Yeah.
that's what even put you in the bad seat
yeah,
to
that's
begin
what,
with.
that's what really did
Gang.
it to him.
You feel what I'm saying? You did it at the wrong time. You feel what I'm saying? But it's like the hypersexualization. You understand what I'm saying? What I'm saying is
That's true.
you got to be aware of what's going on, right? Because that's the thing. I hate when people feel like they can live their life carefree. You understand what I'm saying? Like I could just walk around and do this and walk around and do that. You can't.
Hell no.
You can't. You ain't never grew up in a world where you can. It was always rules. There's always been rules and regulations. So now everybody feels that they're in a lifestyle that they could just do whatever they want. When you
It's
can't.
like the podcast when we had Capo on here when she
Yeah.
asked the question about the how women dress.
Yeah.
It all falls into the same category. Like
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's a fact.
it's
It's-
because it's not even like it's not saying yeah you could dress how you want to, you could present yourself how you want to, but then there's a flip side to it because now people have to accept that, not accept that, but if you present yourself a certain way, you can't be mad at somebody for addressing you the way you present yourself, like. And that come down to
You gotta
anything
be
that's
wary
like
of the dangers.
yeah,
of
but it's not
the chances you.
but it's not just with women though. You feel me? It's with life, period. If you a man, you got to know the environment that you in before you go doing certain shit, because certain shit is acceptable in certain environments and other shit isn't. Like, if you walking through the hood with $1 million on your neck, it's a greater chance that somebody's going to it's a greater chance somebody going to come take that shit up off your neck. You feel me? As opposed to if you in fucking Beverly Hills walking around with $1 million on your neck, it's a greater chance that everybody else is walking around with that too. You feel me? So it just depends. You gotta know your surroundings. You gotta know your environments, And you gotta also be aware of what you putting out there because that shit come back at you too.
Yeah, but say like some females they want to move to different countries. There's certain countries you cannot dress a certain way.
Yeah.
You have to be dressed a certain way, and this is what comes with just life.
I think that's fire anyway. Like, you know how when you go to Dubai, they say women they can't wear certain things. Like,
y'all gotta
cover
cover
up.
stuff.
You gotta be covered up.
I think that's fire. I think you should. That's their thing, though. That's their culture. Everybody has a culture, so.
Yeah.
But see, even at the same time when you say like I think that's fire, then you'll come across a culture that you don't necessarily agree with, and you don't think it's fire anymore. Like the cultures where
Rich people too.
I mean, them same
But-
cultures, them women have no say so.
yeah,
Yeah, I know.
or you could get sold off for
I
a
could
cow.
like parts of their culture. I don't have to like accept all of it because it's not mine.
Yeah, but that's the. Flip
I'm just
side
saying you
to
gotta
it,
be
though.
wary of the dangers that follow every move that you make, and that's what people tend to like not realize. Like I
Even-
could just do
even
this
rappers.
without caution. and
Even
just-
rappers, like
yeah, like
you rapping about some gangster shit and then you turn around and get robbed. You can't be mad because you really put that energy out
nah,
there.
niggas
You
or
gotta
niggas
pull
just
a
not
lesson.
wanting to have security.
Yeah,
That too.
like
Niggas
all of
wanna-
that,
I
you
don't
put
wanna
that
have
energy
security, I
out
got my
there. I'm
niggas.
gangster. Oh,
I
I'm
wanna
a
have
gangster
security, I
nigga.
got my
I'm
niggas.
really like that.
Now you
So,
have to be wary
yeah.
of the danger of not having security because your
Yeah.
niggas is not trained. Your mans is not trained that when shots go off at this party,
To do
these niggas is
anything.
ducking, shooting
Yeah.
with one hand like this, all type of goofy shit.
And then just because this is your man's don't necessarily mean this nigga's willing to die for you.
No.
So it's dangers that come with everything, you feel me? So it's like, but when it's certain situations that sound crazy when you start talking about both sides of it because then it sound like you excusing the shit, like the YK shit. That's why a lot of people are just attack him instead of speaking how they honestly feel about it because if you say something that sounds favorable, then it sounds like you defending what he did, even if you not. So that's why I just said like the way Suki portrays herself is a certain way. That don't necessarily make it okay, but you do have to be wary of how you portray yourself. That's just like actors.
Yeah.
For the rest of Michael Rainley Jr. life, niggas is gonna look at him like Tariq from Power. You feel me? Certain niggas is gonna look at him like that because he portrayed that character so well,
That
niggas
it
is
stuck.
gonna believe it. You feel me? Like, it's really certain people out there that look at Will Smith and think that this nigga is Muhammad Ali. It's just, the
And Denzel
portrayals.
Washington is Malcolm X.
Yeah, it's the portrayal. So if you really put something out there, it really can be received as reality for somebody. That don't make it right, and it also don't make it wrong in certain situations, but it becomes reality for some people. So you just got to be wary of the shit that you do. You feel me?